Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and in my Rose Ledger journal that I shared here, I did a pocket, which is here. I think I used legal size paper to make this one. It's a origami pouch, and I learned how to make this watching a video by G.I. Kerr. I will link to the original video in the description box below to show you how to make it, but that's what my version of it looks like. I used tea or coffee stained paper to make it. It's no sew, no glue, just folding. And so I'm going to show you how I made that one, and then I have some other papers here that I kind of want to experiment and play around with to see how they come out using different papers. So I'm using a letter size piece of paper. You don't want anything too heavy because this is going to be layers of folding. Got my ring on the wrong finger because I was doing something. Okay, so to start, again, this is 8.5 by 11. We're going to be working with the paper in the landscape orientation, and you need to fold the paper in thirds. Now, I'm not very good. This needs to be as precise as possible. I'm not very good with that. I would rather have like a 12-inch piece of paper and score it in equal parts. But because this is 8.5 by 11, it's a little more difficult to score it in equal parts. I mean, I could measure it out, but it's a little more difficult. So I am going to play around with getting this into thirds as best as I can. Let's move this over a little bit more. Let's see. And there's other ways that you can do this by picking the paper up and like doing it in, putting it into a rolled position. But I think I'm going to get it like this. So I think that's it. I'm not going to crease it completely yet. I need to go out just a hair. I think we're good. I hope we're good. With this, the more precise you are with your folds, the better it's going to come out in the end. Okay, I think I'm good there. Okay, so it is folded in 3 sections. Then you want to take one side, fold it over. I'm going to go ahead and burnish that fold down really well, and then fold this side out. So I'm going to try and keep the paper in the same position. So you got your thirds, fold one side in, and then fold that side over in half. So you're folding it over to meet the outside fold. Again, try to keep that straight. This is the line that's going to be the inside opening of the pouch. So you kind of want that as straight as possible. All right, let's see. See, I've done something wrong because these are not lining up the way that I think they should. That's pretty good. All right. So I took the other side, which was the other third, and I folded it over in half. I forgot to give instructions. So then, okay, so you have these small flaps on either side. You're going to open up one of the flaps and fold it in to meet that line, that fold that was there. So you're going to fold both edges to meet that center fold line. Let's see if I can get this right. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, I think I got that right. I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. Fold them in to meet that fold line. There we go. We're going to Fold that back over. I'm going to open up the other side and do the same thing. Other end, let's do the same thing. Fold those two corners in to meet that center fold line. All right, so then we're gonna fold that back down so that we have this pointed shape on both ends. And you take your ruler, and where these two corners are, you're going to line your ruler up to those two corners and fold up. It's kind of giving you a somewhat of a score there. That's where you're going to fold. Match up those two corners and fold up. So this is the shape you should have. Then your pouch is going to open like this. Okay. And you have basically a box. So what you need to do is crease the corners. I'm not an expert at this. I'm still learning. I'm just sharing what I learned by watching the video. Hopefully by the time I finish this video, I'll be pretty much an expert because I want to make quite a few. So we got a box here. I've already creased the corners. Now I'm going to fold in. Remember, these ends were out like this. Like this. I'm going to fold those in. Again, making sure that everything is creased and burnished down as best as possible. And then you have, where's my long folder? The pouch. Okay, and it opens up like this. Then it also has little pockets here that you could put something in or glue closed if you want, depending on how you use it, but this is what it looks like. If you watch G.I. Kerr's video, you'll see how she decorated hers. I didn't really decorate mine. I just did a, I don't know what you call this, type of closure, but I made my own little closure for it. And you could easily just tie some ribbon around or whatever you choose. This one comes out to be 4 3/4 by about 3 5/8. Now, depending if you want to make one a specific size, I can't really say how you do it. I have made some a specific size, but mine required cutting and gluing. It wasn't an origami project. So, but that is the basics of how to make it. Okay, so let's try it with some black paper. I'm sure it works exactly the same way. This paper has seen better days, but I wanted to use it for something. Okay. If that was 3 5/8, and do I have my mat upside down? I do. Turn it around. All right, let's try this. All right, so maybe that's the measurement, about 3 5/8. It's a little harder to see with the black paper if I'm getting it right. Come in a hair more. Here's another way to do it. Instead of trying to fold them overlapping, you can fold one way and fold the other way, just to make sure you're getting the same width. That's pretty close. I think I'm just gonna go with that. I think I'm not gonna get any closer than that. All right, so that's the hardest part. Now we're gonna open this up take one of those sides and fold it in half onto itself, out to the outer fold, like so. And then do the same thing on the other side. Just try to keep the paper in one direction, because I do like to flip it around. See, that's not closing like it's supposed to. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so then we're going to open one side, fold to the crease, and fold to the crease. The reason why this is probably not a good idea with cardstock is when you do this fold here, you're using double the paper, and even with a heavier weight paper, it can get a little bulky. So all right, I'm gonna flip it over and do the other end. Open it up, fold to the crease, and fold to the crease. And this black paper is, I think, 24 pound, and it's letter size 8.5 by 11. I didn't do that right. Okay, so that should fold over. Then we're going to do the other side the same way. Open it up, fold into the fold line, fold into the fold line. Other end, same. Okay, and fold that back over. Only one, not both of them. Okay, so this is the shape that we have. Take the ruler or a straight edge, doesn't have to be a ruler, and you're going to meet these 2 points with each end of your ruler and fold this little triangular piece up. Do the other side the same way. Fold that up. Then you're gonna open your pouch. It's like a little box. And crease your corners. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Then you're going to push those in on both ends and burnish everything down. And then I got glue on my thingy. And then I should be using my other score tool so it won't mar the paper, because this one is marring the paper. But this is what you have. Ta-da! Again, not 100% perfect, but it's really cool. And then you can store little pieces of ephemera. So I got this dress from Fabulously Creative, a little die cut, a small tag. This is a label. Just another piece of ephemera, all sorts of little goodies you can store in there, and then you can decorate the outside up and put a closure on it. You could even do like the banker's closure, and it still also has the pockets on the outside here. And so that's what that looks like. Okay, let's do something different. I want to try it with scrapbook paper. This is paper, not cardstock. I have some 12 by 12, but for now we're going to start with this 8 by 8. I think this one will be a little more difficult, but let's see how it goes. Here we go. Let's find the thirds. Again, this is 8 by 8. So we're talking about 2.6. Okay. I think that's about right. So all right, so it's folded in thirds. Now I think that we want it with the decorated side up. If you have double-sided paper, you probably wouldn't have to worry about that, but I don't have any in this size, so let's just try it with this. All right, so I'm folding one side back onto itself. Ooh, is that right? Then the other piece back onto itself. Okay. All right, I think I'm good. So then I'm going to fold this one over and fold my corners into that center fold that I can't really see that well. Here we go. Other end. Let's fold that one back over. Let's do the same on the other side. And other end. All right, let's open that up. Let's get our text going the right direction. Get the ruler and fold the ends. Ooh, this one is a little harder to fold. Okay, then let's open it up. Carefully. Okay, I see what happens. So I'm going to fold my corners. That works pretty cool, especially for single-sided paper. You only have this little area here with no design on it in the back, and if you're gluing this down to something, you wouldn't see that. If you're not, then you can easily cover those areas. But this is how this goes. I like that. I like the 8x8 size. This is good for a smaller journal, more narrow space. Let's see. I mean, I didn't fold it perfectly, but it's pretty good. This ends up being 2 5/8 approximately. Okay, so the width is going to be whatever it folds in thirds. So this is 1/3 of the width of the paper. That's what that's always going to be. Got it. So then this is 5 1/4. So 2 5/8, 5 1/4. Pretty decent size. That would work great in a standard size traveler's notebook, actually. That would work in possibly a 4x6 something. Let's see. This is a 4x6. Yeah, this is a 4x6 index card. So you could put that on there like that. Ta-da! That's pretty cool. Okay, so we tested it with 8x8 scrapbook paper. Let's do 12x12. Now, the 12x12 is easier to me because I can tell you that dividing that into 3, I would have equal parts that I can easily use the scoreboard for. So let's go ahead and cut off this branding strip. And let's make sure I'm cutting it at 12 inches. So I always like to make sure. Ooh, that's very close. Okay. All right, before I put this away, let's score it. So I'm gonna line this up at 4 on the back side, and and lightly score it. Do the other side at 4. All right, so I'm not sure if you can see that, but I've scored at 4 and 8, basically. You don't have to do that. I just don't want to struggle with trying to figure out what's 1/3. So I'm going to fold on the score line here. Let's make sure that's right. Yep. Do the same here. All right. Hope I got that right. All right. So we got 1/3, and so that I can stay in frame, I'm going to turn this to the side and do this. Just like help I can see a little better. Fold this over onto itself. Do the same thing on the other side. All right, then open one side up and fold your little triangle pieces into that small center fold. All right, let's do the other end. Okay, that one is a little tricky. It's a little more tricky when the paper is very different colors on each side. You have to really just line that up as best as you can. Okay, let's do the other end. Okay, there we go. Let's do the ruler bit. Line it up to those points and fold it up. Okay, this is a nice, good sized one. All right, so let's open it up and define the corners. Okay, so that little white edge shows a little bit, but a little ink could fix that right up. Maybe a little shifting could fix that right up. Not sure, but this is a good size. So this is what, 4 by what? Yes, 4 by 8. 4 by 8. Okay. So I think that would work in something half letter size. Let's see. Do I have something half letter size nearby? Okay, so this is totally unrelated. But the pages are 5.5 by 8.5 or half letter. So that is how that would fit on a half letter page. And then it would open up like this. Great. I like that. Okay. So there we go. That's 3 different sizes. I wonder what a 6 by 6 would be like. I won't try it today, will I? I had these other papers that I wanted to test out. Especially these. Since Easter is right around the corner, I thought I could make something pretty cute for Easter with these. This is just regular paper. I'm pretty sure it's like around 20 pound pastel paper, pen and gear that I got from Walmart a while ago. So maybe I'll try and do something with that in another video. While we're here, this was sent to me in Happy Mail, and I think I have several sheets of it. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. All right, so I think we are good with the folding. I thought that felt a little thick. Okay, I might be making 2 of those. I kept looking at the edge like, why does this edge look like this? All right, let's try that again. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it this time. Okay. Let's fold in the ends. All right. Let's open and work those corners. Ta-da! There's the box. Cute. And fold in the ends. That came out pretty nice. All right. So there you have it. I think I have the hang of it. Hopefully I won't forget. I hope you can tell what I was doing. Okay, so I am back and I want to make one more for now. This is a misprint or unused insert. It's cut down to half letter and punched to go in a discbound. I could leave these on, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to trim off the punches. And, ooh, I barely made it on that. And then I am going to make a pouch with this. This has a little tear in the paper, probably from the dyeing process, but I think it'll be fine. So hopefully this will be small enough to fit in my little green drink box journal. I hope. So we'll see how that goes. So let's do the thirds. And this is some of the paper that I dyed for Halloween using food coloring. I'll link to that video in the iCard up above if you want to see how I did that. You can check it out. Okay, so we're folding this over. We've done this so many times now, I'm sure you know how to do it. I got the mat upside down again. Okay. Then this goes back here. Oh, open this. So this paper, I'm pretty sure, is either 28 or 32 pound paper. So it's fairly thick. And because it's such a small piece, it's a little more fiddly and difficult to fold. But let's do the ends. Okay, I think this will fit. Go ahead and define the corners. Then there we go. Wow, this is super duper tight. I don't know if this is a good idea or if I just folded things wrong. I don't know. Let's burnish, burnish, burnish. So it would go like that, or I think I will have this open top to bottom for this journal. Okay, and these are some little bits and pieces I have ready to decorate the journal. So let's see if there's anything in here that I can use. I can use this to tie it closed. So I'm gonna make it a little bit longer so I have more to work with. Let's see. Got little bits and pieces. Okay, so I have a few pieces here, and I don't think I'm gonna ink this. What I'm gonna do is use this stamp. This is from Your Creative Studio. So I'm gonna use that on the front and like cut it so that it covers both pieces. So that means I'll need to cut it like right here. And hopefully that's straight, or a little straight. And let's line that up on the edge there. Probably should be putting some glue stick on this, but we're gonna skip it for now. It should hold up. Okay. Then I have this leaf die cut. It is from the Seasonal Pages. So I'm gonna use a little art glitter glue to glue that on. Like that, cover up those numbers. Then I have this little piece of torn book page. I probably should have put that down first, actually, before I put down that sticker. But let's see if we can get that back. I definitely probably will have to glue it down when I put it back, yeah, because it's pulling the paper off. So I'll have to add some glue. Let's glue this back down. Trim off any overhang. Then I have this little washi tape from Simply Gilded that I thought I could add to it. Do I want to tear it, or do I just want to put it down like it is? Because I need to incorporate my planner supplies into these projects. So let's do it. Even though it's like less than an inch of washi tape, it will make a difference. Okay, so that is done. Let's trim off this little piece that's hanging off the edge. I wasn't going to ink it, but I think I probably should. I'm going to use some green ink though. Let's see. This is Mode Lawn. Let's take this black soot off. Let's see if I hit it with a little vintage photo, what will happen. I hope this is the right ink pad or dauber. Oh, still need the glue. All right, so I think we are good with the inking. It would be nice to put a little flower on here, but we got that. So, all right, let's add the ribbon. This end is a little raggedy. Let's cut that off. over. And this is hand dyed seam binding. I dyed it myself with spray inks and glimmer mist and things like that. Okay. Let's see, if I do it upside down, I think it'll come out better for me because I'm used to tying a bow on myself. My mom made me tie my own bows for church on my dresses and stuff. So I'm used to tying it on myself. Yeah, so that's the key for me. Do it upside down and it'll be cute. Okay, so there is the little pouch. Let that sit and adhere. Let's zoom in and get a little better look at it. So that is the pouch. That is what it looks like. And this will just glue down into my journal. And yep, so that's it. That's all the pouches. So I think this one was probably about 5 by 8.5. You got your 12 by 12. These are 8.5 by 11. And then this is 8 by 8. So that is it. That is how to make the pouch. Origami pouch, no glue. No cutting, just folding. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you may be interested in this other video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.